Hello, my friends. Happy 420. We thought we would pick the first 5 games for stoners to help you celebrate this auspicious event. Let's get started with our first 5 list. Number 5 is going to be the Untitled Goose game. This is an incredible game. Beautiful music, really cute, minimalist visuals, but it is a surreal experience to be waddling around as a goose and having to pull off stealth mechanics and get all the stuff that you're curious about and not get caught and not get captured. Do a little bit of waddling into the water and swim around for a little bit. Flap your wings and honk at different things. This is a game that I think that if you are getting baked with somebody else is to not tell them what you're playing. Just let them take the control and say, here, be a goose. And then watch as their mind is just completely blown away. Untitled Goose game is awesome, and that's why it's number 5. Number 4 is anything from the Katamari Damacy series. This is a fantastic series of really, really fun and addictive games where the idea is just to kind of roll up all kinds of objects and create giant, massive Katamari balls. It starts off very small where you're picking up little household items like pencils and erasers and then hairbrushes and then watering cans and all kinds of little shoes and things like that. Eventually you're picking up people and motorcycles and then houses and trees and then giant ships and then buildings, and it just gets bigger and bigger. So this is a total trip of an experience with great crazy music, and any of the Katamari Damacy games are going to work here. So enjoy that while you're stoned. Number 3, I'm going to give it to something that might be a little bit intense. It's the Wipeout Omega collection for the PlayStation 4, or if you've got the PlayStation VR, you can also play this game in VR, and it is intense. This is a game where you're going to feel your mind melting and splattering all against the back part of the anti-gravity craft that you're racing around in. It's super fast, so you'll also feel your cheeks flapping around like Roger Moore's in Moonraker, but it's also so fun and so intense anyways. But if you've got a little bit of mind-altering substance in you, this is going to be something where you're going to feel it all. And it is a great marriage of beautiful visuals, incredible soundtrack, lots of challenge, and an addictive pull, and lots of reward as well. You feel like such a badass when you're blasting away at bad guys and able to, come in first place in some of these races. Good luck coming in first while you're stoned, though, by the way. Number 2, I'm going to give it to a couple of Jeff Minter classics. Of course, I'm talking about the seminal Jaguar game. I've got it right here. I think you can see that. This is Tempest 2000. You're going to have to find an Atari Jaguar to play this cartridge, and you're going to have to figure out some way to hook it up to a computer, to a monitor that you might have. This was the best game that the Jaguar had, but it's been updated. There's a Tempest 4000, which I think is going to be a lot easier to get. I think it's out on PC, but I've got it on PlayStation 4, and I think there's an Xbox version of it as well. No Switch port of Tempest 4000, and Atari and Jeff Minter have got to figure that out and work that out, because it's a great game. It may not have the shock value of Tempest 2000, which came out in a very different age in video games, but it is like a rave in a box, and you get completely consumed by the mix of music and gameplay challenge. It's that old Tempest idea where you're shooting down webs and you've got all kinds of bad guys that are coming at you, but Minter juiced it with lots of great effects and lots of power-ups that you get and lots of little secrets. Wonderful, wonderful escape. You don't have to be stoned to enjoy Tempest 2000 or 4000, but if you are, you might enjoy it a little bit more. Now, number 1 on my list is something that is going to require some investment, and I appreciate that not everybody's going to have the time, money, or patience to deal with playing Beat Saber, but it is one that if you are a little baked and you want to have some video game fun and you want to escape reality, this is that game. We've played a million great rhythm games, and rhythm games in general are pretty fun to play while you're stoned, but the idea of putting on a headset and having a couple of lightsabers in your hand as you're, flinging them around and swinging them around to the beat of the music. All of the music choices that in the core game are wonderful, and then there's lots of sort of extended music packs that you can bring into this experience. Completely addictive, completely trance-inducing, and a wonderful way to enjoy the festivities of 420. Now, we also have a special mention that we want to make. This is for the works of Tetsuya Mizuguchi, a legend in the video game industry, worked at Sega for many years, so pretty much anything from his catalog works on a day like today. But he did Sega Rally and Space Channel 5, he did Rez, which was also fantastic in VR, he did Child of Eden, he did Lumines, a fantastic puzzle game, Tetris Effect. This is a guy that really understands the philosophy of synesthesia. This is, lights and sound and interactive elements all coming together to be transportive. Wonderful work, and also an incredible way to enjoy 420. So there you go. There are our first 5 ideas for stoners. Enjoy those games and have a wonderful 420.